Time for another NXT review. In the spirit of jumping forward a year and seeing how things have changed on the black and gold brand, today we are looking at the June 19th episode of NXT from 2014. Let's get straight into it. We start the episode off with a recap of last week's NXT title match. Challenger Tyson Kidd took on champion Adrian Neville for the title. Kidd tried to use some underhand tactics to win the match, with each attempt being foiled by his wife Natalya. Christ, what great use Natalya was, costing her own husband the match. It cuts to a clip of Natalya speaking with current NXT General Manager JBL on Raw the previous Monday. She says she wants to try and do something good for Tyson and suggests putting him in a tag team with Sami Zayn to challenge for the titles. JBL says he likes that idea and he'll have a think about it. Then our show intro plays out, which has changed from last year's Coheed and Cambria track Welcome Home to Roar of the Crowd by CFOs. I like this NXT track. I don't think it's actually that much of a good song. I think the nostalgia of the track is just kicking my ass a little bit and making it better than what it is. First match of the night, we've got some women's action to kick proceedings off. Sasha Banks makes her way to the ring, accompanied by Summer Rae and the NXT Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. Her opponent tonight is Alexa Bliss, whose 2014 NXT theme is, well, not great. It's certainly mismatched to her gimmick. Apparently, she's wearing all her bling bling. Feels like this should be the theme song for Mr. T, not a Tinkerbell fairy gimmick like Bliss. This match started off pretty scrappy and botchy, which was quite a surprise to see how far both of these women have come in terms of in-ring wrestling ability. I feel like in 2017 you could reliably count on either Banks or Bliss to put on a decent bout pretty much every time. Apart from this slightly off start, the rest of the match is okay. At one point things start to get heated between Flair and Summer Rae on the outside. Sasha Banks, who's firmly in control at this point, tries to stop these two from arguing, which gives Alexa the opportunity to get a cheeky roll up for the win. The beautiful fierce females then continue to argue on the outside amongst themselves. The BFFs aren't the only ones having relationship issues on the black and gold brand, as next we go to our husband and wife team of Tyson Kidd and Natalya. Tyson is grateful that Natty has gotten him his NXT tag team title opportunity, but he could have gotten it on his own. Natty wishes that Tyson would drop the attitude. Kidd condescendingly says he has to go and find Sami and talk tactics, because that's how these things work. If there was ever an anti-marriage campaign, this could be it. Next we get a quick promo from Simon Gotch and Aiden English, aka the Vaudevillains. They declare that they will take the WWE by storm, and the very first step they must take is winning the NXT tag team titles. The whole promo is done in the style of a black and white film. I actually really like the Vaudevillains. I think as far as gimmicks go, it was a pretty unique one, and it still sticks out to me. For our second match of the night, we have Hype Bro Mojo Rawley taking on Garrett Dillon. I liked Mojo when he was a part of the Hype Bros tag team with Zack Ryder. I think it might have been a lot of Ryder carrying that team, to be honest though. Mojo's a bit of a 5 moves of doom kind of guy. Garrett Dillon controls the majority of this match, slowly wearing down Mojo. Then Mojo starts to mount a comeback, eventually hitting a splash in the corner, followed by a hip attack, and then a move Tom Phillips refers to as the Hyperdrive and picks up the win. That has got to be in contention for one of the shittest finishes of all time, surely. You can't finish a match like that. Nia Jax has a similar finisher currently, but she's getting more air from the middle rope, plus, not to be rude, but she's carrying a bit more timber compared to most of her opponents. Therefore, the move looks crushing. I can't honestly suspend my disbelief and believe Mojo has won the match by just sitting on a bloke. Sami Zayn and Tyson Kidd have a quick meeting backstage before their NXT tag team title match later on tonight. Zayn says that they've both come off some pretty big losses recently, but tonight is our chance to redeem ourselves by winning tag team gold. Tyson says this is the restart as they both exit the locker room. Before our next match, CJ Parker is parading around the Full Sail crowd, protesting about the environment. Then ring announcer Brandy Rhodes announces that she has just been informed that the #1 contender for the NXT title, Tyler Breeze, has entered the building. The Vaudevillains then take to the stage, and Aiden English introduces himself and his tag team partner Simon Gotch to the Full Sail crowd. Tonight they are taking on Travis Taylor and returning future Street Profits member Angelo Dawkins. There's a lot of theatrics from the Vaudevillains in this match, breaking into press-ups and squats during various moments in the match. Gotch and English absolutely dominate Travis Tyler for almost the entire match. In the end, Simon Gotch hits a move whilst English tags in and then hits a middle rope swanton bomb to get the win. I like how Angelo Dawkins doesn't even get taken out, he just decides he's not going to break up the pin. This right here is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Cass tells Devin Taylor that things have been going as smooth as fine grain leather for Big Cass, but it feels like things could be a little bit better. It feels like it's time for everyone in NXT to start singing a different tune. He then breaks into a rendition of Amore by Dean Martin. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's... Then he stops and boops Devin on the nose. Next, RVD makes a surprise appearance on the black and gold brand. I wasn't expecting that. He says that he's here to wrestle the best guy in NXT, and to him, that's Adrian Neville. NXT with RVD, Mr. Monday Night is going to become Mr. Thursday Night. For our penultimate match of the night, he's going to do a good lucha thing. It's Kalisto taking on Prince Pretty Tyler Breeze. This match was okay. Don't get me wrong, I think Kalisto and Breeze are two good wrestlers, but a large majority of the match is Breeze keeping Kalisto grounded on the mat. Technically a good tactic to keep the high-flying luchador down. Kalisto does get to show off his athleticism a couple of times in the match, hitting some pretty impressive moves. There's some back and forth from both competitors at the end, but eventually Breeze hits the beauty shot and wins the match. If you're a fan of the channel, please consider supporting me on Patreon. For just a small pledge of $1 a month, you get early access to ad-free ECW episodes, plus unmirrored and ad-free videos from my channel. For an extra $2, you can get all of those perks, plus your name featured in the credits of my videos and an exclusive video each month. Link in the description below. Main event time. NXT Tag Team Champions Connor and Victor, aka The Ascension, are taking on Tyson Kidd and Sami Zayn with the titles on the line. Sami Zayn is in deep trouble, with The Ascension absolutely dominating him and keeping him in their corner. Tyson Kidd is growing more frustrated that Zayn hasn't tagged him in yet. Tyson jumps off the apron and you can hear him saying, "If you want the whole match, take it." Sami manages to build up some momentum and goes to tag Kidd, who's no longer on the apron. This distraction gives the Ascension time to get back in control and hit their finisher, Fall of Man, to retain the tag team titles. Once again, we fast forward another year in this little mini series I've been doing, and NXT keeps getting better and better. That's all for this video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.